Welcome everyone, another game of Gaia Chess Training Arc. So if you're joining me immediately from the last game, just got my ass kicked by a d4 opening where I tried playing... Oh boy, please don't play d4, I'm just gonna abort. Thank God. Yeah, I just got my ass kicked by a d4 opening, so... Probably just gonna abort those games for the remainder of the climb to 1600. Just because I have no idea what to do. I don't know why I'm thinking this is a very obvious move. So here they like seeing this. Yep. Now let me think, was bishop f5 the wrong move? No, I don't think it was. If he goes here, then rook defends. Yeah, I've had 2 games in a row on black against pretty strong opponents, so I think it'd go very well for me if I'm able to clinch a win here. If I'm able to clinch a win here, then I might get lucky, get white in 2 games in a row. I really like my chances on white, even in this ELA. Okay, do I want to move my knight to e7? Do I want to maybe move my queen to b6? Don't know what I prefer. Do I just want to go rook c8 anyway? Or do I just develop? This is tough. I got 3 moves. On one hand, if I go with my knight, that's just the most logical thing, but I block in my bishop, so I'm probably going to have to do something like a g6, g7, or then immediately try to kick his bishop. If I move my queen, I'm gunning for this square, which is nice. If I'm moving the rook, yeah, I don't really see any benefit to moving with the rook. I'm going to do this. If I get pinned, I'm going to play f6. Is he from France? I didn't check earlier. Oh no, there's no blue over there. That's Malta. Isn't that near Italy? Malta. Between Sicily and the North African coast. Is this shit not Italy? Yeah, that's what I thought. He's actually from Malta, what the hell? That's pretty cool. So yeah, successfully defended c6. Next task is going to be trying to develop the bishop. So one way I can do that is just g6 and slip him into g7. It's not a bad idea. My other option would be to try something like a6, get some trades down, and then develop him. They're both decent options. He's thinking loud, which makes me think that he doesn't see the Caracal too often. Did he not play e4? So he's primarily a rapid player. His highest is 1659. Oh, what the hell? Did he take a break from play? That must be why he's not doing all that hot recently. Yeah, so he's taking a little break. So I guess he once peaked up at 1659. He went down a bit. Took a break and now he's going down again. I guess that's fortunate for me. Whoa! What the hell? What kind of move is g4? I'm kind of tempted to go e4. Because then we'll bait out his f3 pawn. And then I think his structure is kind of screwed up. So maybe an in-between move and then back to g6. Now if he takes, then I'll take with the rook. Actually, I'll probably take with a... I don't know what I'll take with. I feel like he's definitely been making some suboptimal moves, though. Really? Who plays that? Do I want to go h6? Probably. I don't think h5 would have been too bad, but I don't want to go completely ruin my structure just yet. I mean, I still have my diagonal, so even though the position looks funky, I don't think it's bad. I'm also just surprised that he kind of took a 180 going from attacking my queen side to full attack on the king side. Now I feel like he doesn't really have a good side to castle. Because if he castles king side, he has no defense. If he castles queen side, I mean, it's probably going to be opened up in the next few minutes. Excuse me. What are these moves? Here. He goes back. If I play one more, he probably just takes. Then I just go here. I'm gonna do it. This should be fine. Yeah, queen a5 check is gonna be what saves me, I believe. So if I take with the pawn, he's gonna take on a6, so I gotta take with a knight. Okay. Just like that, trouble's been avoided. Can give myself a pat on the back for that one. Bishop e4 looks fine here. He's got to defend with one of those moves. If anything, I think I'd favor my position to his. I'm one move from castling safely. He's got a... He could castle, but it won't be safe. That and I have a bigger pawn chain than he does. Whew! Okay. Wow. That's something I wasn't expecting. Probably just castle, get my rook online with his king. I mean, I don't have to take on c3 now. This rook moves somewhere, queen's coming in. Okay. He's just gonna push. It's a tad bit annoying. I'm gonna attack his king a little bit. If he takes, I'm gonna be playing d4. Okay. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but what if I take here first? Well, if he doesn't take, then I get a bishop. So I'm assuming he's gonna take. Then do I just want a pawn? G5. I have to remember, if he pushes G6, I'm gonna lose that bishop. Then again, maybe it's worth it because it opens up a line to his king. I don't really know. Do I do this? Do I do this? It's the correct play. I mean, his bishop is what's super annoying. Gonna go for it. Decent chance he stacks the bishop and takes on G7. It's really weird is when I get to these positions, it's almost like I get lazy. It's almost like I refuse to acknowledge my opponent's threats. And I just focus on my own. And on one hand, I guess it's like an intuition. So like I started my attack first, hence it's probably going to be stronger. Yeah, I figured he'd suck. The only thing is I'm not going to take the pawn. So he might go queen e5. In which case I'm just going to play f6. The rook on h1 isn't doing a whole lot of anything right now. I figured he might go there. So I got a few choices. I can put my queen on f6. I could take his knight. I could put my rook on e8. Were there any other moves I liked, or were those three? I think it's going to be those three. So let's say that first off, I take his knight. Okay, so doubled pawns to start with. Then I could still make this move afterwards, threatening to take on h6. Well, let's say I go here, and then he takes the pawn, check. The only way to save the knight would be to block. But yeah, he just wins a pawn in that case, I'm pretty sure. So I think I will... Yeah, I don't want to move this rook here, because then this one's still not doing anything. So I want to keep this rook here, defending the pawn. Gonna get the queen out of the way. Gonna move my rook to e8. So I gotta start with taking this knight. trying to get queen f6 in. He's using up a lot of time here. If we do get it to an endgame where he's just like a pawn or two up even, I think I'll just be able to equalize it. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, winning here on black will be big. Because the last time I got to like 1588 or 1589, whatever it was after 2 consecutive wins on white. So that's why they put me on black 2 consecutive games. But if I'm able to kind of win one and lose one, stay the same, when I get my next games on white, should make a big difference. Should be able to win those. Alright. Queen's going to f6. And this move is just so universal. I mean, it makes room for my rook to come to e8. I can take this pawn. I have this check, covering the rook. I can take h6. It's just the perfect square. I also have this pin. Yeah, this square has to be just the perfect spot for the queen. Also defends against queen e5. Okay, so he chooses the double. No problem. Probably just threaten him here. Really want to check him like this. I think I want to get my other rook involved. You can't take this pawn. So this is a no-go. This is, whoops. No-go, no-go, no-go. So he essentially has 3 squares that he can go to. He has 2 pawns that are hanging. So I think whichever square he chooses, a pawn will be grabbed. And I have a current idea of bringing my bishop to e4, just targeting this king. If he goes here, he defends that. The only thing is, say he goes here and I go here, you could just go there and defend. And then this is an actual threat. Actually, no, it's still not. Sorry. Still not. I don't really want my bishop leaving h7 just yet either. I think it's in a good square. Defending g8. I think I just want to take on c3. That is, if he's gonna move today. Oh, I didn't even think that he could. Oh wait, no, he can't go here either. Protected. Move does defend both of the pawns. Actually defends that pawn too. Is this a move I want to make? I was planning on just snagging a pawn, but if he defends all three of them, then shit, maybe I should do that. Or do I want to move my e-rook to, like, e5? You have to think if I go here, he's going to defend this somehow. Is it with this? In which case, I think I made no progress. Whereas here, at least I could threaten another pawn and defend this. I'm going to move this here, I think. This might be another game where I skip the analysis on the video just because my stomach is killing me. I'd like to just finish the game and then go about my day. But I feel like I talked a lot more in this game than I have in the past one, so viewers will be alright. All one or two of them, that is. Ooh, I just thought of a good move for him, actually. Well, I don't know if it's a good move, but it's a decent one. What if he goes rook down to g5? Rook to g5. Nope, because then he just takes with checkmate. So if he goes here, I can't take the pawn. But what if I take this, for example? Oops, sorry. Okay. So I'm probably just going to take care on h5. That move's not scary by any means. Now I have check threatening the queen. If he blocks with the rook, I can check him from here as well. If he blocks with the other rook, then this rook can come in. And he cannot take it. I mean, poor guy's going to run out of time before we even find out how this is going to end. Which kind of sucks. I wanted to really win this position, but I'm like 95% certain that I'm going to win this. What does Queen E3 do? I'm not even going to consider any ideas against this diagonal because I already thought about them, and this move does not change him. He could be going for this pawn. He could also be going more so for getting on this line, which doesn't do anything. So this, maybe he's just getting out of that. I'm going to play d4. Just kind of box the king in a little bit more. I also never wanted to take this pawn just because he's got 3. So even if we trade pieces off, I mean, this will highly benefit me because he just has 3 separate pawns, 2 of them being doubled. Okay. Thinking about taking this pawn now. I mean, both of mine are still protected. These are just out of desperation, I'm fairly certain. Now I'm threatening multiple checks all over the board. But yeah, glad I got the win on black. He's just giving me the queen. Alright. Kind of want to check him first. Nah. I'll just take the queen. I guess I'll go over it really quick. Stomach's not hurting that bad. Won't be a bitch. Whoa. Dang, I fucked up big time somehow. Yikes. Mate in 4? Oh, let's see that. Does it start with this? Queen e5 check. Yeah, it does. So what if I just hide? Mate in 3. This would take... Can't go here, so I have to block with a bishop. Wow. Let's say that I do block... Oops. Let's go back. Oh no, that's my game. So for this, and then here, you take with a pawn. Just check from this. So you have to hide. You can go f7, or you could go h8. If you go here, you just check in like this, and that's mate. Or if I go here, oops, if I go here, how's this going to be checkmate like so? Yeah, that there is mate. Wow, I did hang a checkmate. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. So knight f6. Oh, hold up. They're saying knight f6. I went knight c6. Oh, they're saying this is second best. He brought the bishop. So now e6. He brought the bishop. He brought his to e3. That was weird. We play e6. He brings his knight into it. I just bring mine to e7. Okay, okay. So I was debating a few moves, and this is the one I chose, so I'm glad I did it. Get g4, a very weird move. Huh, so they did not like my stutter step. They did not like my stutter step. I mean, it's still like fine for black, but they would have liked it if I just went to g6. Yeah, I guess if I didn't do that, g4 could have been targeted as a weakness down the line. But now when f3 was played, it's kind of protected. Queen b6. Nope. With h5. Now I went bishop h7. We get queen here. Now a6. Yep. He takes. I gotta take with a knight. Otherwise he's winning a pawn. Alright, so we got some exchanges. I'm a point up. Knight comes in. Rook b8. Just targeting this. I like that. Bring the bishop in. I don't like that nearly as much as rook b8. I guess I have been gifted this file. If I go here and eat castles, for example, then this file is kind of blocked by my own piece, which would be a bit unfortunate. But yeah, here, brings his king out. Bishop to d6 now they like. Or just repositioning it. Okay. Giving myself the file. Black castle. He brings his rook to g1. Now f6 apparently is very good. Wow. So I miss f6 and he gets g5, which he plays. Now e takes d, which I did. He takes. Now h takes g is the best. What did I do? I played c5. Which allows this very forcing line. So yeah, one of my biggest weaknesses is by far calculating my own attacks instead of my opponent's. And it's been working because they're either slipping up or I'm playing on white, so it just works because I have more tempo. But once I get higher rating, I don't think this will work any longer. Yeah, he takes, he sacks. I took, which was mate in 4. If I go rook e8, apparently that's good for me. Because I could take this down the line. By the down the line, I mean literally the next move. Oh, wait. What about this? Bishop takes c3. Now h takes g. Okay, so this is slightly better for white, but not by much. Rook takes g5, check. Rook g1. Oh, pinning me. Huh. What a weird combination. None of that seems very natural, though. Let's go back to my fuck up. Thankfully he saves me, because I just hide on h8. He puts his rook here, and now I'm just winning. Is that the best move? Queen f6. What is the second best move? They like queen d6. Why do they like this over this? Is it because I'm maintaining contact? Don't really know why. Whatever. Rook 8 to b8. I brought him to e8. Queen went d2. Went e5 instead of e6. We got rook 1 to g5. Now he just played this senseless move, so I took the pawn. Apparently that's not even the best choice. His choice is d4. Yeah, I guess I could have just taken the pawn afterwards. But he made another random move, so now I got to play d4. We went queen a3. At this point I could go queen takes h6, which I did. He took this, mate in 6, okay. Queen d2. Queen f1 or queen g3. Let's say it goes f1. Queen c1 check. King. It's such a weird position. Well, I wouldn't have calculated that out anyway. My tactics are not that strong yet. So I'm just going to take the free queen. Mate in 10. Yeah, I would have caught that for sure. Yeah, I guess I accidentally slipped some tactics go by, but I'm learning a lot about my weaknesses the more I play. Which is good, because I would not have even realized them as weaknesses earlier. But now that I'm getting stronger, I'm getting picked apart, I'm able to see where I'm messing up. But thanks for tuning in. Hopefully just 2 more games. I just played 2 on black, so I'm probably going to get white one of my next boards, and catch you next time.